Hi, it's Jay here today. Thanks for watching my video. So this is the third part of a little mini-series we've been doing on the channel about trying to solve the StrangerVille mystery. Now don't worry if you've missed the first two parts. There is a playlist on the channel so you can go back and watch those two bits if you've wanting to catch up. Now, let's have a look and see. So I've loaded back in where we were before and there's a pop-up called The Bloom Begins. Leaving the secret lab, you can't help but notice that the sky has shifted to an eerie color. Something has changed in Strangerville, and not for the better. Opening that lab door must have released some kind of toxin into the air. It says we need to find a way to protect ourselves from the spores in the secret lab and to try talking to people. Okay, so Ben here is still possessed. But he's only got a little bit of time left from the last time where he got gassed. So while he's standing there, we'll have a look at what we need to do. So we need to collect 15 spore clusters. So it says to talk to the military personnel. It's saying to go to the bar, but remember at the end about that last part, our friend Uriel decided he was a bit sweet on us and got some flirty. So maybe we can use that to our advantage. And clearly, Ben's feeling himself right here. Anyway, but then we also need a hazmat suit and to go into the deepest part of the lab. So let's see about going home. Hopefully, now this is actually my third attempt at trying to record this part of the video because my game keeps crashing when we travel. So let's just fingers crossed and hope it works. So I'm just going to go home and ask Uriel to meet us there and see what happens. So far, it's let me unpause the game. Let's see. No, it's still. Oh, there we go. We'll ask about the spores. Because what's been happening is it's been freezing and acting like the game's paused, even though it's telling me it's not. But let's see what we can get from Uriel. And he's just casually wandering into my house. I mean, I did invite him over, I suppose. Let's have a look and see. And now he's coming back. The logic of Sims in this game, really. I know he lives in this place is very green for someone who lives in the desert, but like it's artificial. That's why it doesn't grow, and you don't have to cut it. We had to trim shrubbery in The Sims 2. We don't have to do that in The Sims 4, which means it's artificial in my mind. Hopefully that. Let's see. Okay, so they're autonomously moving, which is a good sign because they were just frozen before. Now let's see if the interaction actually work. Okay, so we got up from one chair and sat down to ask them the question. No. Okay. Oh, this is a sit-down conversation.
Questioning
about the spores in the lab. Very dramatically.
Sawada Nuloy.
I just got this new infection scanner. It's really cool. It can, I mean, that is classified information, but if you can convince me, maybe I can give you one. We know what Uriel's after. And if he wants us to put out to get ahead, I am okay with that. But we have just been promoted to a warrant officer. So that's cool. You know, for not going to work. Anyway. Okay, so we're going to be a little flirty. And let's see what we can do to get some more information out of this guy. Fortunately, we are on the microphone, so we're getting some good relationship gain. Bribe? Seduce for infection scanner. We've got a flirty relationship. It should work. But remember, if they want, the only place they can actually woohoo at the moment is in the poo shed. So this is going to get gross. Oh, wow. That was amazing. Well, he's easy. He's just given me this scanner. Woohoo. And we didn't even have to put out for it. Anyway, let's see what we can do now with this scanner.
Sharp.
So let's just say bye to him because he's kind of in our way now. No, I don't want him to move in. Nene.
Yamasonic.
Laxe.
How do we get him there? Goodbye.
Boy. Indeed.
You have served your purpose, Yuri. I'll now leave.
Yeftime Abasani.
See where this scanner is. Scan area. See how many spores we can get around our house. Which, wouldn't be a good thing. I'm sure I told him to go home. I think he's decided he lives with us. I think it's possibly a good thing that nothing came up with the spore scanner when we were in the house. Unfortunately, this is also building his logic skill, which could come in handy. Let's see what we find. I mean, these random pink things flying around are probably spores. Let's have a zoom out and see what we can see going on. No, we don't want to travel, but... Yeesh. These plants have changed. Let's see, how do we get this hazmat suit? So we're going to look at the curio shop then. See what we get from there.
Ours are nice floof.
Okay, so he's home, and we're just going to invite Gia or Gina over. Okay, go on, Gia. Why do I keep calling her Gia? I may have to change her name. But
Fruk.
we want to come over and see if we can get any information. Oh, wow, that was quick. She must live next door. Anyway. Love she just walked past me to, knock on the door. Let's see. Question about spores. We're not even going to say hi this time. We just want answers. Who is this? Is she just helping herself to my fridge again? Honestly. So we're wanting for the filter to put on the hazmat suit.
Befitation. Filpo. Wampo.
From
Greehow.
her.
Top.
The meteor scratched the spore
Blindi.
filter, but I haven't been able to analyze any spore clusters.
Merkles,
Use the-
Zira?
Oh, okay. So she's saying we have to expose ourselves to the thingies for her to be able to help us. Great! Here's the idea. To stop yourself getting infected, go to the place where you'll get infected. So, before we do, well, you can go home, madam, because you're about as much use as a chocolate teapot. And then before we go back to the lab, we'll do a quick workout. That's if it lets me. Right. Okay.
Pandale. Lindsay.
It's right there on the front page. Send home.
Veruda Kampol.
Bye.
Gloomvik Jarl. Yakalau
Short
Junga.
push.
Rugi Pay. Nukem Kalang. Yamsa Palifa Bipid. Oh,
So I'll just come back to you once he's got each skill point
Maybe
that he
now.
needs. Yes, I just asked you to leave. You should be going. Anyway, I'll see you, catch up with you in a bit. I forgot he'd get possessed again. So we got 3 hours of not being able to do much with him. Well, it's like plus 7.5 million infected points as well. So it's like no matter what you're gonna do. So yeah. By the time he's done with this and got his last skill point, he'll be off to work. So I'll see you when he's finished work. Not gonna lie, this is just a bit wild when they're like running like this. Like this could not be comfortable, you know. Anyway, this time I'm really just gonna still checking the phone though. Anyway, now I really will be dropping back when this is all that's going to be happening for the next few minutes, at least in-game hours. So, see you in a bit. Ooh, Uriel's spawning us about something. Let's see what he has to say. I've been thinking about getting a new job. What do you think? You know what? I don't want it to mess up the fact that he's our military personnel for this, so I'm going to tell him no, that I don't think he should do it. Mostly because I don't want it to mess up the story. Okay, so we've got to the point where we get to pick the branch for Ben. So let's have a look and see. Do we want to go into the covert ops branch? So this says the covert ops branch is the part of the military no one talks about. You'll be required to undergo secret tasks by planting bugs and listening on the unsuspecting. You will need to interrogate any and all suspicious individuals. No one can be trusted and everyone is up to something. Are you up for the task? Well, you know, Ben is paranoid, so that could be a good fit for him. That one's 104 an hour. Or there is officer. In the office branch, you'll continue to earn medals while you rise through the formal ranks of the military. The officer path will see you earning the highest rank and possible and becoming the Grand Marshal. To build your leadership skills, you will be tasked to order others and build to peak physical fitness. No Grand Marshal can be outdone by a raw recruit. I mean, that one. Do you know what? We'll do the covert. Like I said, he is paranoid. So he's now an evidence eraser. Oh, and we need to start with the logic skill. Sure, I had level 3 of the logic skill. Never mind. Anyway, we have other things to do now. So I think we've got to go back to the lab to get that to get some spore samples before we can get the next part of the hazmat suit. Right, so we are back at the lab, and I'm just going to have him scan around, use that scanner he's got to see if we can get some spore samples. So let's have a look. Oh, what does Jess want? Yeah, okay, go for it. They want to know if they should have a baby. Yeah, like that's something you ask your friend about. But anyway, yeah, sure, why not? I'm not raising it. Oh, they're going to do it. Yay. Like I say, I'm not the one raising it. Oh, he's going to have to go to work, damn it. Anyway, scan here, see what we can do get done before work, and then... Oh, he wants to go to space. Well, in your own time, Ben. Not when you're on the clock with me. Let's see what we get from this. So it's picked up some spore clusters for us to pick up. Wonder, can I just click and drag? Yes, I can. Well, that's going to be easier than have him pick it up, because the animations are so slow for that. Right, let's just keep wandering around this lab, scanning for more spores. He's probably going to randomly go to work of his own accord, but which will reset us to home. But, you know, I ran out of vacation days, what can I say? Yeah, so Ben took himself to work, which sent us back home. We did manage to get 10 of the 15 spores. So, you know, it's not going to take us too long to get the others once he's finished work today. So what we'll do is he's probably going to get possessed at 1, so we probably won't be able to do anything with him until it's 4 a.m. in game. So I'll just pick back up with you once we're ready to go back to the lab and get those last few spores. I know I said I wouldn't be back until we could go to work, but he does look good in his suit, doesn't he? I'm glad I picked the covert ops. It's a nice suit. So we're back at the lab just getting those last few spore clusters. Not gonna lie, this is looking very Men in Black when he's doing this in his suit. The good ones, the first two, I didn't like the last one. But anyway, we'll have to... I think these last two should get us to check that one off. Yes. Okay, so what's in the lab? This is what I was looking for, the chemical analyzer. And I've just brought Gina with us. She's on the lot somewhere. That way we can give her the profile thing for her to build us that filter. You know, if she decides to move herself and come down here, that is. Let's see.
Nefness. Sort of whiff.
No, at least she's moved herself down here. Now come in. Should make it easier. Once we finally complete this analysis to...
Huffa.
I'm a little busy.
Bronich, Vopy.
That was Uriel asking me on a date. I was just a little too busy.
Squamish,
Stop yakking
Nibanu, Trifa.
and get on with the job. Ben's diligent analysis of the collected spore clusters paid off. Take this infection profile data to StrangerVille scientists to see if they can get helpful information. Well, fortunately, there's one right here.
Veruti Campo.
Astrocraft spore filter.
Tipo Wish Chupasa. Bannon, Grab. Grelmeep. Whiffem Ball.
Sabava.
On Chibi.
Wow, you did it. Let me analyze this infection profile data, and I will send you a spore filter in the mail soon. Keep digging and you might find a vaccine for this infection after all. Okay, so it doesn't want us to do that just yet, but that's possibly going to be the next thing we have to do. Anyway, she best get to our analysing, and we best go... Oh, Gina's also... Wow, Gina's a right catch. Paranoid and non-committal. Oh, wow, the spore filter's been delivered. That was quick. Anyway, thanks, Gina. Bye. We're going home. Without you. Let's see what she's got to say. So, Ben, I ran some tests on the infection profile data. I constructed a spore filter that will attach to any hazmat suit. This will give you everything you need to go deeper into the lab. Keep an eye on the mailbox for a special delivery. Okay, so let's see, he's randomly pulled a cheese toastie out of his pocket. I wonder how long that's been there. So we don't have any, okay, that's from the Lost Souls is from another pack, but nothing's been delivered. So what we might do is I think we'll just do right, so he's just come back home from work, and yet again he's been promoted. Sounds like this guy gets promoted every day he goes to work, and even on days when he doesn't. But he's now a conspiracy squelcher. We've been given a listening device and another medal, and he now makes 119 simoleons an hour. Okay, let's have a look. So we'll just now he is of course going to be possessed again until 4 a.m. So I'll just let that possession run through before we then go on to the next bit. So Uriel's called, saying, quick question, Delilah, Nesbit and I were planning to spend some casual Friday time together. Should I do it? I mean, yeah, why not? Let's make more friends. We're still waiting on that spore filter being delivered. Like, the mail carrier hasn't been. Is this really something like you would put in the post? Like, just give it to him in person. Anyway, he needs to go to work now. Because it's been a whole in-game day and she still hasn't turned up with it.
Nope, nope.
So I've just been trying to fill up time
Just
by saying if I can wait for the post. And Travis Scott, a base game townie's just tried to start beef with me and started a fight, and well, he lost.
Blarfy
I
bar
also managed to
darby
plant a
flag a
bug.
day.
So, that's why you don't get stroppy by walking into the bar. But you know what? We're a decent... Ben's a good person. He's got the good trait. So we'll use the option to make peace after the fight.
Yazub.
Make peace. And if he doesn't accept it, that's his problem. But we're just sort of planting bugs on people because it says
Yibs, yibs, yibs.
for his job he needs to monitor other Sims, so I'm guessing this means spy on them. So the post person's brought Ben's bills. But have they brought what we need? Let's see what's in the mail, and we'll pay the bills while we're there. And of course it queues up pay the bills. This game really is a capitalism simulator. Like 268 simoleons for this. Right, let's see what's in his inventory. Spore filter combined with the hazmat suit. Okay. So we'll wear the suit and then we'll go into the lab. Ooh, what does Gina want?
What?
Isn't he my guy? Yeah, I think he is.
Handface a torch.
Oh no, he's Uriel Gallagher. Never mind. I maybe should have said go for it then. Sorry, Gina. Anyway. Not gonna lie, if she had been making moves on my man, Gina would be getting locked in a fire dungeon. Anyway, not that I'm jealous or anything. Let's see you when we get to the lab. Right. Now time to go into the deep beyond. So we need to use the key card to get in. Because, you can't just do that automatically. But let's have a look and see when he gets there. At least he's running for us, but he's still, for someone who has a high level fitness skill, he moves really slowly. Okay, so let's have a look and see. Go here. I should have clicked jog here. He's gonna walk. Any day now, Ben. While we're both still young. At least he can go through the cloud. It's something. Let's see, where else do we have to go? Oh, can we open this door? Yes, it'll let us with our keycard. Let's see what's in behind door number 2. Oh, he's going down the stairs on his own accord. My goodness, there's a few levels of basement here. So we need to keep going. Jog, because you take too long. Oh. Okay. Let's have a look around through here. This looks somewhat ominous. These things in jars. Let's see. Doesn't let us interact with. That doesn't look good. Let's come around the corner. Oh, we've got door number 3. Again, I think I said this in the last part. This is definitely one of those stories where if the characters were logical, there would not be a point. Or, sorry, a plot, even. So the sensible thing would be to get out of Dodge. Bye-bye, Strangerville. You know? But let's see what's behind this door. Okay, so we've got the next milestone. It won't let us see what's through here. Ew. Okay. Let's just go on a limb and say that this is not good. So, Ben, I think you might need to get out of Dodge. But that is it for part 3. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, then why not hit that like button and drop me a message down in the comments below, and consider subscribing. It's completely free and it really helps out the channel. Bye now, and catch you next time.